Welcome to The Push.
We are up to episode 40. Steve.
40. My name's Steve Machine Curran.
Kevin Big Daddy Allwood.
Yeah, 40.
Quite a milestone.
It is a milestone. It's taken a little while to get there.
Do you wish you were 40 again, Steve?
Fuck, I wish I was, man. Don't you? Yeah. 30 would have been a good age. 30 would have been a good age to stop. Don't you think?
Stop aging.
Yeah.
Stop life.
Yeah. But continue the wisdom that we have now as old men.
You think you're a wise man now, do you, Steve?
I'm definitely wiser than I was.
Yes.
Wouldn't you agree?
Yes.
I'm not prone to the same
impulses.
So I have a little bit more impulse control.
What's happened in that period of time?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Between 40 and 50.
Well, 35 maybe, let's say.
Yeah. What would happen at 35?
No, nothing specific, but your daughter's 11, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, we
I'm taking you back to before kids.
All right. I inseminated Gabriella when I was 39.
Right. I was about 35.
On a side note, there was a movie that I used to jerk off to when I was a kid.
Yeah,
it was a horror movie called Inseminator.
Oh my God.
And it was this alien used to go around inseminating women. And there was a scene in it, you know, like you had to
rewind and pause and
rewind
and pause.
Yes, because there's a very short scene.
VCR.
Yeah.
I used to do that with Madonna's Vogue.
Right. Well, this was better than that. So there was a scene where the aliens having sex with I don't know if it was consensual or not. Probably not if it's an alien. And it had a green tube.
Proboscis.
Proboscis. Oh, that's a nose. Nasal. No, it was a phallus.
Right.
Green tube full of green gunk.
Oh.
And there's a scene where the girl has her legs apart and you see it from the side and you can see the green fucking huge dick thing going into her, but you can't see any pink bits.
Yes.
But it's pretty awesome.
Right.
I enjoyed that short scene.
Right. Many times.
You have to keep rewinding it and playing it till you got there.
So did you record that off the TV or did you have a video?
We had a video of it. We had a VHS of it. Yeah. I forgot about that, recording stuff off the TV.
Yeah.
And no one could work out how to set the timer so it would record when you weren't there. Like that was like, it'd be easy to do.
Super advanced,
high-tech stuff.
Read the whole manual for that.
Yeah, or you could have probably done it because you did some.
I did read
physics.
The manual. Yeah, in my house, I could do it. My mum could do it, but my dad had no fucking clue.
Right.
Yeah.
Beyond me, I don't read. Do you read manuals now?
Yeah.
Do you?
And instructions. Do you read instructions when you
Fuck no.
What about if you have to put together an IKEA flat pack type?
I paid someone to do it.
Do you really?
Absolutely. And I always feel a bit emasculated when some guy comes over and puts a bed together or something, and I'm there.
You're there, just
standing
doing
around,
nothing.
Going, you need a screwdriver there. Probably a flathead.
Right. How is the kid that's doing it?
Like 25 or something. And he must be thinking, this sad motherfucker.
Yeah,
it's the same with changing tyres.
You know what he's probably thinking? Is this guy even a man?
Yes, clearly not.
Yeah.
But I do that with when I've got a flat tyre.
You call it NRMA?
I get Gabriella to call because I don't and I make myself scarce because I don't want to.
You're going to hide in the bushes.
I don't want to be around when the NRMA.
Well, you can't change a tyre.
No. Never done
you
it.
Fucking useless pussy.
I've never done it.
Haven't you really?
I've never.
If I got all the bits and pieces there, I could change a tyre in about 3 minutes, mate.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you're obviously more of a man than I am.
I'm super macho.
Yeah, you are. I'm not going to lie. Is that what makes a man? Being able to change the tyre?
It's probably on the list, mate.
Yeah.
On the checklist.
Failing dismally there, then. I don't know. What were we talking about? The insemination of Gabriella.
Right.
She didn't get inseminated by an alien. She was inseminated by me, and then we had a baby, and her name's Bianca.
Right.
And,
I was 35 when I became a dad.
Yeah.
Were you 40 when you became a dad?
39,
40.
39, 40. She was born when I was 40. Well, no, I was still 39.
Right. Both pretty late starters.
Yeah. Although by today's standard, 35 isn't old now for.
No, you're right, actually.
But I'm glad that I'm still fit as a parent.
Yes.
Because you've got parents. I mean, I'm the fittest at our school.
Yeah, right.
Right, and
the oldest, probably.
And one of the for sure, man. That's fuck you. But anyway, for sure, one of the oldest parents.
Yeah. Are there a lot of overweight parents?
Well, it's
apart from Quinton, other than Quinton.
He still work. Sorry, if he's never going to listen to this, but there's no one's that he's probably it's eastern suburbs sort of. They're
so they're not fit.
No, they're fit-ish.
Right.
Most of them. There's no one. Quinton's actually the biggest.
Yeah.
Most of them, higher socioeconomic background. They do their running and do a bit of gym work and so eat.
Fitness First members
Eat well. No, I'm thinking more like
private
boutique sort of gyms.
Yeah.
Have most of them have trainers. I've trained a few of the dads.
Oh
yeah. So most of them have a level of fitness.
Right.
But no, I killed
none of them are doing BJJ. They're not choking cunts out.
They're not doing BJJ. They're definitely not doing the fucking death stairs.
Have you ever choked anyone in your BJJ that they have to tap to your choke?
Oh yeah.
It's happened.
Yeah. Mainly Nick, and because but we practice that move so that the person has to choke.
Yes.
Sorry, the person has to tap. Yeah. That's the main. Well, the main the one of the basic practice. Well, no, one of the basic lessons is to tap early and tap often.
Yes,
that's how you don't get injured. If someone's got you in an arm bar and you're trying to be staunch about it, then you're going to get your arm snapped or your shoulder dislocated.
You don't want that.
No.
Precisely why I don't do that crazy shit.
But as long as you're not rolling with dickheads, that shouldn't happen. You get some, and you find. I've already found it that when you roll with the lower belts, like other white belts and some blue belts, they are the ones that want to show you a lesson. They
right.
Where purple, brown, and black,
and younger guys too, probably as well. Doubles that up.
Yeah,
younger, 20-year-olds.
Yeah, whereas purple, blue, black belts, they're just
more respectful and understanding.
Yeah, and it's like they want to help you learn.
Yes,
it's cool.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really cool. Like it's a I don't know what other martial arts are like, but there's a real
strong bond.
Yeah. Well, it has to be when someone's sitting on your face and trying to strangle you with their legs.
Yeah,
I'm surprised you didn't get into it for that reason.
Yeah, I'm not really into men strangling me with their legs and their thighs, balls on my face.
All right, okay.
If I was fighting women exclusively, I might be persuaded.
We were going to start that BJ Academy for that reason.
Yeah.
Anyway, what have you got there?
I've got a few things. I listened to some of those podcasts that you forwarded to me.
Oh, yeah.
They were interesting. There's a lot about...
The Drive? Was that the one?
Yeah.
PDRT.
Yeah, there was that. There was Addicted Mind podcast and Addiction. The Toll of Sugar was one of them. Something interesting about that one was they talked about sweet fruit still agitating the dopamine system.
Yes.
And explained how the fruit that we eat today has been engineered massively to be more appealing to our taste buds.
Really?
So 100 or more years ago, when people first were eating, white people first discovered bananas, they were nothing like what they are now.
Really?
They were inedible, full of seeds and hardly any flesh on them, and they've been engineered and genetically modified to be these big fleshy things that taste delicious and sweet. Which I could see where your mind was going. And
big delicious things.
Big fleshy
things.
Fleshy, tubular, phallic. Yeah, and so that contributes to our being addicted to sweet things.
Right. Yeah. Look, I bought a box of figs the other day because I thought I'm not gonna have any sweet stuff.
Right.
But I had them instead, and I ate the whole box.
Dried figs?
Yeah.
Yum.
They are, but it's just like, it's like eating a box of sugar.
Yes.
There's no difference.
Oh, yeah, dried fruit's not healthy.
No, it's just sugar.
Yes.
It's just like eating. It's like eating lollies.
I like dried fruit, dried pineapple and figs. And,
but it's literally like eating lollies, isn't it?
Yeah,
if I could, so I bought them. The goal was to have 2 of them in my oats in the morning, which would have been fine.
Yeah.
But 2 turned to 10, and
and then the whole packet.
and it's completely true what they in that podcast. It said sugar definitely can be abused.
Yeah, well, the exact same parts of your brain are triggered by cocaine.
Yeah.
Sugar and cocaine trigger the same parts of your brain.
Yeah. Which is good, which is handy if you're getting your cocaine off a friend of ours, a black friend of ours, because there's probably as much sugar as there is cocaine in the drugs. In fact, you'll probably get diabetes from it.
Oh, dear.
Shout out to the Black Prince.
Shout out also to all our international listeners, like Dean in Thailand.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
What's up, Dean?
Didn't he get food poisoning or something?
He said he had a crook belly.
Oh, okay.
Thai belly.
Yeah, okay.
Mate, that can happen badly in Thailand.
He's got a Thai wife.
He does have a Thai wife, so you'd think he'd be acclimatised to the food before arriving in Thailand.
Yeah. Maybe got food poisoning from her.
Not sure what you're suggesting there.
I don't know. Anyway, what's his name? Dean. Dean's been a warrior. He
ran
1,000 stairs.
Yeah,
Did he do that?
Ran up a temple.
Did he do that?
Yeah, he did it.
Yeah.
We walked a bit.
Yeah. He and he's been really consistent with his turtle runs as well.
Yes. Speaking of turtle runs, we've just returned from the turtle run.
I'm exhausted. How are you feeling?
I feel good.
Oh,
Body feels nice and rejuvenated after that swim.
yeah, I feel shattered.
Yeah. You did extra though.
I did fucking.
You ran.
We did 3 jumps as well.
Yeah, no, because otherwise you'd be waiting around at the bottom.
Well, no,
Joe.
The recovery's quicker now. Don't you find that? Like I recover quicker.
Yeah, I guess.
Cardiovascularly. So we did 16 runs up the Clovelly stairs. And as Kev has mentioned to me, it's nowhere near as horrific as the Coogee Stairs of Death, which is just another level of...
This week's been a great week. Last Sunday,
Coogee,
did the turtle stairs.
Yep.
Tuesday I did the Stairs of Death. Thursday I did the Stairs of Death.
Yep.
Friday I did Bondi Soft Sand Run.
Yep.
And then Sunday, today, again, the Turtle Stairs.
That's great.
You're smashing it.
Yeah, that's great.
And interjecting in between those with ice cream and biscuits.
just to balance it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine if you cut that stuff out.
I know.
But it's good that you're getting it done. I feel great. Like when we do those things, especially after we did the Coogee Stairs of Death the other day, I was on such a high the rest of the day, at least for the morning.
They're good.
Yeah.
That's you can see why after doing it on Tuesday with Marcelo, I wanted to do it again on Thursday when he made that call.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're going to go next week, Tuesday,
Thursday, yeah. Yeah, I've got to do it at 5 though.
Jesus Christ.
I have to because I've got to be in town at 7.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I think we can probably stretch it to 5.
All right, cool. But yeah, anybody wants to join us, we'll be at Coogee Stairs at 5 a.m. Tuesday morning and Thursday morning.
5 a.m.
And that's why 6:30 on a Sunday is such a nice, easy. I just think people that I know people that I've got no time to exercise.
But they regularly sleep in until...
And I said, what time do you go to work? 9:30. What time do you get up? 7:38. What time do you finish work? 6. Sometimes I go to work late, 6:30. It's like, no, you're just a lazy fuck. Really?
Yeah. They probably watch 3 hours of TV.
That's what happens. They watch... Yeah, that's exactly what happens.
Yeah.
People do that. They just get on the couch and that's... And I'm the same. Like, if I sit down on the couch, it's over.
Yeah.
So if I've got to prep meals for the next day, I have to do it as soon as I get home. Otherwise, once I'm on the couch and I'm watching Netflix, Speaking of Netflix, did you watch The Irishman?
I was just going to mention that myself, actually. Yes, I did watch The Irishman, and so we talked last time about why did the people who made the movie allow Netflix to show it at the same time as it was being shown in the movie theaters?
Yes.
Well, the answer to that is Netflix funded the movie. It's their movie.
Oh, okay.
They paid for it.
It's a Netflix production.
Yes.
Because it costs fucking millions.
Oh, yeah.
100 million or something?
I don't know how much it cost. But, so they made it. It's a Netflix production.
Okay, that makes sense.
And so they're promoting it to the theatres, but also putting it on their platform at the same time.
Yeah, because the movie theatres, a lot of movie theatres boycotted it because they didn't want to have a run that was going to be undermined by
it being shown on Netflix.
Yeah, because it only ran 2 weeks at the movies prior to going on Netflix. So a lot of movie theatres.
Oh, really? It started. It
had a movie release first, but it was only 2 weeks before it went to Netflix. Yeah. So you can imagine, cinemas aren't going to let a movie run with no one sitting there.
That was 3.5 hours long. That's a long time.
Did you do it in one stint?
No,
me neither.
No, I didn't. I did it in two. I actually split it. I did 2 hours. I did an hour, left the room and went and got some food. Did another hour.
Got some ice cream.
Probably. And then the next day I watched the rest.
Right.
So,
okay.
But 3.5 hours in one go at a theatre is a long session.
I did it in hour segments. So great. I loved it.
I do have that criticism of
the age.
Bloody 100-year-old Joe Pesci playing a younger version of himself.
And De Niro.
And you know how Pesci said, "Yeah, kid," to Robert De Niro. I think that was to put it into perspective for the viewer. So that we understood that they were thinking back to when he was a kid.
Yes.
And in that situation.
Yeah, because
I've got the book that movie was based on.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, I sent you a photo of the front of it. I heard you paint houses.
That's right. Oh, yeah.
And
is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Right.
The main character, the Irishman.
Sheeran?
Yeah. So not Ed Sheeran.
No.
But Sheeran, his cousin. He in the book, he tells how he was a bit of a hustler from the start, doing like the selling the meat out the back of the truck to the other crew.
Yeah, he was a bit of a crim.
I thought, from my memory of what I read in the book, I thought he was based in Las Vegas at the beginning, but that could be wrong. But anyway,
I might have changed it.
Anyway, he talks about being a hustler and doing all his side hustles and hustling to make money before he hooked up with the crime families.
Yeah.
So, they sort of condensed that a little bit in the movie. Obviously, you have to condense a book to fit into a movie length, but. He started out as a young man. He was a teenager, 19 or 20, when he was first doing jobs like that, being a delivery driver and stuff.
Right, yeah.
And as he got older, he progressed up through the ranks, through the crime, the levels of crime, eventually to becoming a hitman.
I think you'd agree that they should have had younger actors playing those roles.
They should have had younger. There's plenty of young Italian actors or Irish actors, whatever, that would look like a young De Niro.
Because they did that with Godfather.
Yeah.
But it was still great. It was still great seeing Pesci and Pacino as well. Pacino just plays himself though, really. Don't you think?
Last night on TV, The Godfather was on.
Oh, okay.
The original Godfather.
Right.
I watched it for a few minutes, and Al Pacino is young in that.
So young.
No lines on his face at all.
No.
It almost looks like a different actor.
He's a baby.
Looks like a different actor.
Yeah.
But that stone cold look on his face.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's good. I was thinking about that last night. How people age. Well, we all age, but I was showing Bianca. We watched Blade, the original Blade. Yeah. Fucking great movie with Woody. Woody Harrelson. Stephen Dorff and Wesley. And Stephen Dorff was a very good looking guy.
Yes.
And then you see him. I've seen him. In there's a.
He's about 50 now, right? About that.
Yeah.
Because that was another podcast I listened to, the Stephen Dorff one.
Oh yeah. With because I've been watching True Detective.
Right, they talk about that. Yes.
Yeah,
the third season
he's fucking old in that.
Right.
It's good though.
I watched the first season of True Detective.
First season was amazing.
The second season was a bit with Colin Farrell. Didn't really rate it. I might not have even finished it actually.
I don't think I did.
I didn't get into it.
No. But first season with Woody Harrelson and Matthew McConaughey, amazing. Yeah. If you haven't seen it, awesome. Both of them just. Woody Harrelson, I guess is he underrated because he's so good. Have you seen Three Billboards Outside of
No.
Bro, you have to see that movie.
He is very versatile.
Oh, he's great,
and he's been in so many movies.
Cheers,
since Cheers.
Cheers.
But he also had a big role in those Hunger Games movies. Like this.
That's right.
He's in so many movies.
White Men Can't Jump.
Oh, he's good in that.
But he can play something like that,
versatile.
Like throwaway sort of Zombieland sort of shit, and then he can do something. Three Billboards Outside of whatever it is.
He plays a good hillbilly character, doesn't he?
Yeah. But he can play some heavy stuff as well, like deeply emotional.
Natural Born Killers. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Mickey and Mallory.
He talks about that in the podcast is with Mark Maron, who's got a podcast called WTF.
Yeah, I listened to a couple of them. Oh, who does he talk to?
Mark Maron is the podcast guy.
Yeah. Who is he talking? Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
That's the podcast.
Right. Because we were talking about Stephen Dorff, and now you're talking about Woody Harrelson.
Because there's a Woody Harrelson one as well.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah. He's very left. But Mark Maron is this comedian who is about 20 years sober now, and he's very left. Hollywood, hates Trump, but obsessed about hating Trump.
Right.
It's like needs to just fucking relax a little bit. Gets very angry. So, because I find that you listen to the actors, it's interesting just comparing his podcast to Rogan, where Rogan's sort of a bit more middle and he's a bit more calm about everything.
Right.
This guy's just he
jumps up and down a bit.
Yeah, and gets morally offended by Trump. It's like, dude's always been offensive. It's like, why are you surprised? Why are you ever? I don't know why anybody's ever surprised about Trump's behaviour.
After all that, grab him by the pussy, and he just dismisses it and doesn't even really acknowledge it.
Yeah.
Like, just puts it out there.
Yeah.
Have you seen some of those interviews from him prior to becoming president?
Yeah.
Where there's one where him and his daughter are being interviewed, and the interviewer says, "What do you have? What's the biggest thing you guys have in common?" And the daughter says something, I don't know, whatever she answers, some relatively normal answer. And then Trump says, "Well, I was going to say sex." And
he says some creepy stuff.
And the interviewer's like, "What the? It's your daughter." And he's like, and they have a laugh about it. And he never really elaborates, but what the fuck is he even talking about?
He says a couple of inappropriate things about his daughter.
Sex in common. That he would, if she wasn't his daughter.
That's right.
He would probably date her.
Yeah, that's right. He's a freak.
And then the thing I saw then showed all these pictures of him with her sitting on his lap and stuff.
That's just creepy.
Throughout, as she gets older and older and older.
Speaking of creepy old men, did you watch any of the interview with Prince Andrew?
No, I didn't watch it.
You have to watch that.
The 60 Minutes thing.
Yeah, it was BBC.
Guilty?
The guy's just a fucking creep.
Is he really?
And I was struggling to watch it because he's so uncomfortable and squirming so much.
Guilt.
It's like they say stuff like, well, when Epstein was put away for a year for soliciting underage girls for sex. Were you still in contact with him? And he goes, "Oh no, I disconnected from him then." When he went to jail. Before that, I was aware. When I became aware of his behaviour, I disconnected from him and ceased all contact. And then the interview goes, "So why, when he got out of jail, did you go and stay at his place?" And he's like, "Oh, well, that's because of his girlfriend." Like, he's just digging this hole.
Right.
It's just,
He's Charles's brother, right?
Yeah. Yeah. They're just used to getting whatever they want.
Yes.
And
silver spoon. Totally privileged life.
Completely privileged.
Yeah.
And Of
course, him and Clinton
all his cronies
were shagging.
Well, whatever their thing was, if it was teenage girls, if it was young boys, if it was fucking llamas, do you know what I mean? Whatever they were into, they would be able to
afford,
procure and indulge in.
Yeah.
For you, it would be like tattooed Instagram fitness chicks.
That sentence could have gone anywhere. I thought.
Well, that's the PG. Depending on your tastes, I guess. Yeah, tattooed fitness Instagram chicks that look like trainees.
No thanks. That's your side of things.
Just saying. But yeah, look, imagine that saying, what is it? Ultimate power corrupts, or something like that. Or with great power, what does Spider-Man say? With great power comes great responsibility.
I know, I'm not into Spider-Man.
No, I'm so not into
those Marvel, whatever.
Oh.
Comic book movies.
What's the one that... Oh, the Joker, though. You saw the Joker?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, you have to see the Joker.
I know, you've told me this.
I
don't get to the movies very often.
No, and it's hard with kids, isn't it? We had a date night, which was good. It's definitely not a kids movie. No. Very dark.
Yeah. You didn't take the kid to it?
No, fuck. It made you feel a bit crazy watching it.
Right.
He's so good in it.
Yeah.
Joaquin. Great actor.
He was good in The Gladiator.
Yeah, because it's cool that people will play roles where they know they're not going to be they're not going to be liked at all.
Right.
Like someone like Dwayne Johnson is only ever going to play something where he looks awesome, and I've seen one role where he didn't play like the
tough guy,
the gay guy. He was a gay guy, fucking hilarious. I think it was called Get Shorty. Travolta movie.
Oh yeah.
And he was very good.
Yeah, I've seen that's great.
And he was this really camp, jacked up, aspiring actor.
Yes.
And that's the first role where you saw The Rock actually act. Right. Not just being The Rock.
Right.
And I was like, and I actually thought back then, man,
he'd done the other one, the Tooth Fairy. He'd played the Tooth
Fairy.
Yeah,
but it's still just, it's like Arnie, like it's
sure.
Just, do you know what I mean? It's still,
sort of,
and Vin Diesel did one as well called The Pacifier.
Yes.
And it's just like, it's just this big bloke just being like, kind. But that actually showed he could actually do other stuff.
That's right. I'd forgotten about that.
Very funny role.
Way back in his career.
Yeah.
Right at the start.
Yeah.
It must have been just after that Egyptian warrior one.
Was it The Mummy? Was it The Mummy one?
No, it was a spin-off from
Right.
Yeah. His first movie, he got $1 million paycheck for. That one. The Warrior Queen or something, name like that.
Most famous person in the world now, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll be running for president next.
Well, weirder things have happened. Imagine that between him and Kanye.
The Rock.
Who'd get your vote?
The Rock would get my vote 100 times out of 100 times.
You might assassinate the Kanye if you.
I might.
I could see that.
If he became president, at least he'd stop making music for a while.
His new album is shit. I mean, I know you think that, but
so it's on par with the rest of it then.
Because it's called Jesus is King or something, or Jesus. It's just shit. I was a Kanye fan.
Yes.
His first few albums, they're still great albums. I know you don't agree, but especially the first one, College Dropout. Before he was still a bit humble.
Right.
Wasn't.
See, I don't like his rapping voice. I don't like his voice. His voice sounds shit. The rappers I like all have distinct voices.
You like macho sort of rappers?
Well, they just have to have an individuality. But like Ice Cube, like Snoop Dogg, like Dre. They all have a distinct voice. It doesn't have to be.
It doesn't have to be aggressive.
No, it doesn't have to be.
Because Kendrick's not like that.
No, but his is also distinct.
Yes, individual. Good point.
Yellow Wolf, again, completely different. Like got that southern Alabama accented rap. Speaking of Yellow Wolf.
You're obsessed with the Yellow Wolf.
I love him.
No one else. You're the only person that listens to him.
I don't care. I listen to him fucking 24/7 just about.
Right.
He's got a new album out and he's touring in January.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
How many times have you seen him?
3.
Right.
It's great live.
Do you get backstage?
He doesn't have a hype man finishing his lines. He finishes all his lines.
Like Eminem.
He fits a lot of lines. No, the last time I saw Eminem, he had a guy finishing his lines for him.
Oh, but was Eminem finishing them as well?
No.
Really?
Yeah, it was the first time I've seen that.
I've never seen him because when I saw him in 2014, he was just on point.
Oh, he was.
He still had a hype man.
I think it was because he's gotten older.
Oh,
anyway, let me tell you the story. So I've got a family holiday booked in January, and
where are you going?
Oh, we're going. So we're going to the Central Coast. Well, That's assuming the Central Coast isn't on fire in January. We're going to have 3 nights camping.
Oh, yeah.
And then 3 nights in a hotel.
3 nights amongst the flames.
Yeah. And then with the kids. And then we come back to Sydney, drop the kids off, all of them. And then Jade and I go away on our own for 4 nights.
Okay. Where are you
up
going?
to Port Douglas.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. 5 nights maybe. 4 or 5. Anyway,
Wow, that's great.
So, Yelawolf announces his tour and he's playing in Sydney the second night we're camping up on the Central Coast, right? So I want to leave my family and drive down for the concert
and then drive back.
I'll be gone like maybe 6 hours. That's what I'm going to do.
Really?
Yeah.
What if like there's someone like Jason Voorhees in the
murders
forest?
my whole family while I'm watching Yelawolf,
Yeah.
and I get back and it's just blood everywhere.
Yeah.
No one alive.
Yeah, maybe.
Fuck.
I don't know.
That would be disappointing.
It would be on all fronts.
My high would fucking drop pretty quickly. High from seeing Yelawolf.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, it would.
Kill it.
Would. Yeah. Let's child support. Sorry.
So, Jade, when I proposed that to Jade, she wasn't too impressed.
No, I can imagine.
And she put a post on a mum's book group on Facebook saying, "What do you all think? If this is what
you got
is
hammered?
proposed?" Well, actually, she got mixed. She was a mixed reaction. It was actually I was surprised. I thought all the mums would be like, "Oh, what an asshole! You know, leaving his family, selfish, all that." But half of them said, "Let him go," and half of them said, "Don't let him go."
Right. Okay.
So it was a mixed reaction.
That's good.
You know, and look, I reckon I can leave at about 6 p.m, drive down straight to the thing, watch it, drive straight back. I'll be back by like 12 or 1.
Is it that important to you?
Yes.
Oh, you're really into him?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I didn't realise, you were that big into him.
I am. So, are you on Spotify? Do you use Spotify?
No.
So with
My daughter
with Spotify, at the end of the year in December, they send you a summary of your year's
Oh,
listening.
yeah.
Right. So they sent me. You listen to 27,000 songs, and and then they give you your top 100 plays.
Yeah. What was number one?
And so my last 2 years, Yelawolf song has been number 1.
Okay.
Same song.
Same song. What's the song?
Till It's Gone.
Okay.
But this year, it was superseded. He was down the list a bit. He was superseded by that Cool John guy. Remember I gave you that Cool John album?
Blue Denim.
Yeah.
I haven't listened to him for a while. I've got to listen to Blue Hunters, yeah.
Yeah, so, anyway, it gives you the percentages and all that stuff. And I was in the top 1% of Yelawolf listeners.
Yeah, that surprised me because there's only 2. You and him. And his mum. 3.
Yeah, thanks. No, I really like his music.
Yeah, clearly. Yeah. No, look, he's all right. I don't mind. When he veers into when it starts sounding a little bit like
country,
Kid Rock,
right?
Then I want to punch him.
Oh, you don't like Kid Rock?
No,
I quite like Kid Rock as well.
But he's definitely a good rapper. And when he, I like his tattoos as well. He's cool.
Right.
Yeah. If I was going to be skinnier, and white trash, I would get lots of tattoos.
What do you mean? Yeah,
what do you mean if? What do you mean if?
You get more tats?
I'd get more tats now, but I can't justify spending the money.
Yeah.
I mean, if we were rich, I'd definitely get.
Would you? Would you be
absolutely
full body?
No, I don't think I'd get a heap on my legs.
Right.
There's a guy called Joey Kins, Kintz. I think he's at Whistler Tattoo or something, and he does lots of that sort of geometric sort of stuff with shading. And I'd get that in various areas, a little bit like the guy that died, Rich Piana.
Right.
Rich Piana had like the sides here done to make his waist look smaller.
Yes.
So he gets bits like shaped. So
to accentuate his lines on his body.
That's right.
So you'd try and disguise your skinny body to make it look bigger.
Yes. That's right.
Get some shading.
Make my waist look smaller.
Right.
Maybe around the chest here to make my chest look wider.
Yeah,
This is what. I mean, he didn't really need to do it because he's as big as a house.
Yes.
And full of synthol.
Yes. I don't know if he was Synthol, was it?
Yeah, there was a product similar to that, site injection product. If you look at his arms were just ridiculous.
Right.
Rumor that he was a heart attack from coke.
Right.
He passed out dropped on a glass table, and there was powder everywhere. And then his wife tried to claim that the powder was protein powder or aminos or something.
Right.
On his coffee, because I always have my aminos on my coffee table.
Surely it would have been tested. By
Maybe they kept it quiet. I don't know. That whole one, that sort of he instigated the douchey more than anyone else. The douchey tatted up, no legs, bro sort of bodybuilding vibe. Yeah, like you know.
But he had legs, didn't he?
He had legs when he competed. He stopped training them after he competed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, they were still bigger than most people's, but he pretty much lost interest in training his legs. He was honest. He'd say, "Man, it's just too hard. I don't want to do it anymore." He was like a top 5 level national bodybuilder before all the tattoos.
Right.
But just hit on it. That vibe, you know, the 5%, like the 5% do what we want to do, you know.
Was it 5 or was it 1? Oh, one's the bikies.
One's the bikies.
Yeah, right.
I don't know why 5%. Maybe he would do some things that people told him to.
Right.
Maybe his mum.
I did think the spiderweb tattoos on his shoulder, or his delts, looked pretty good.
Yeah, the tats were cool. I just think it spawned. No one really competed much with tattoos before that. Now most guys have tattoos when they compete.
Right.
It doesn't look good on stage.
No.
Never
Priest fucking smashed his body with tats. I don't really think his...
No, it never looks good on stage. I mean, I like the look, but I don't think it looks good on stage. Guy Grundy used to always say to me, this is your canvas. Why would you're developing this canvas?
Why would you vandalize it?
Why would you vandalize it? But then again, he wasn't the best mentor given what he was doing to his calves and his biceps.
Right. What did he do to his biceps?
Same thing he did to his calves. He used to inject heaps of site injections.
Right.
Yeah.
He had massive calves.
That's why. He would just get 19, apparently, allegedly, he would get 19-inch gauge needles and just stick them into his calves without injecting anything, just to build scar tissue.
Just jab them, not put anything in there.
No, yeah. Ha! Then you end up with lumps like that.
Oh, yeah, he did have a bit of a lump like that.
Oh, well, if you see what happens when you see when you have a look at his body now,
right,
where everything's atrophied, things look that's the irony with my arms and my shoulders. My shoulders especially were really good body parts.
Yes.
But if you keep doing that, you keep sticking pieces of metal in a muscle, and it's gonna damage it.
Right.
It makes sense, really.
Yes. Even without.
Well, just the act of, it's like you see junkies that they've got scar tissue in their veins here, and if you look at their arms, they've got they're like it's a mess there.
Yeah, right.
So it's the same process if you're injecting steroids. If you're continually putting shots in your medial delt, you're going to rather than having nice round cap shoulders, over time that flattens out, and because the tissue just becomes necrotic, and so you just end up with a lump there, and you don't get that nice cannonball shape.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, my opinion has really changed on the whole performance enhancement stuff. You know, I've become one of those like reformed smokers, you know, lecturing people about it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But that's the precisely the person that has the experience and knowledge to lecture people about it, because you've seen both sides.
Yeah. I realise you don't need half the dosages that you need.
Right. But when you're in the years of doing that full time, you just go. You think more is more. More is better. Right?
Yeah, and it is to a degree. Like there is, you know, you do get to dosages where
it's so temporary, though, isn't it?
Well, it wasn't for me because I just wouldn't come off.
Yeah.
But you're right. Like it's not. I can say it's not sustainable, but it is sustainable if you don't come off and you just don't get blood work and you ignore your health issues.
Yeah.
But I look back at photos, especially 2005, 2006.
That photo you put up of you training at
Thailand. I thought my head was going to explode.
Your head, you are so thick through the neck and jaw and head.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a completely different head. You like that feeling. The feeling you were feeling then, how you feel, chunky.
Well, I liked it then. I posted because Gary...
It looks like a completely different person.
Right, well, Gary said that's not you. Someone commented said that's not you.
Right.
And then I posted a photo, an additional photo, which was after the workout with a t-shirt back on with Bianca. And yeah, I looked like a different person. It's like a big ball.
Yeah. Like a bull.
But you don't...
Like a bull, not a ball. A fucking bull.
But you don't realise that your waist... You think that's the sort of weird thing about it. Your body fat could be like 5%, but it's just water. It's just
right.
And Mick Shanti would always say that to me. He'd say, "Yeah, I've just let the air out." When he'd come off, because Mick would have big breaks off and just shrink down. And he'd go, "Oh, you're right," you know. What he would do, he'd eat the same, he'd train the same, and he'd say, "Oh, you know, you're off." He goes, "Yeah, I just let the air out." And then when he'd go back on, within like 6 weeks, he'd look like a fucking pro bodybuilder again.
Yeah.
But it's, as you said, it's so temporary.
It is temporary. You look at any big juiced up bodybuilder in their competition photos and then look at them some period of time later and they've shrunk down. Like it would amaze me that I'd see Charlie Duca massive.
Yeah.
And then the next time I saw him, or a few months later, 6 months maybe,
different person.
He was about my size.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, geez, that's so temporary inflated and then deflated.
Yeah. Well, Charlie used to do it right as well. Charlie would take good breaks, so you would have that fluctuation. As I said, I could not.
You could have 2 whole sets of wardrobes of different clothes.
Yeah, for sure. Well, as I said, I didn't because I didn't want to ever get small again.
Yeah.
Which I think now that I'm off is why the change has been so dramatic. But also, I'm doing so much more exercise than I was doing.
Yeah.
But I see people like that, and there's this arrogance with it. Like I see people like, we don't need to name names, but walking around the gym, living large. Like, look at me, like look at this hunk of man. It's like, exactly. dude, it's just fucking chemicals, bro. Like, sure you train hard, but take a year off and it's gone. It's just gone.
Yeah, I could never.
But then you see someone like Jordo and yourself train most of their lives naturally, and whatever there's no fluctuation.
No, I don't lose what I've gained.
Yeah. But as I said, I don't really regret it. Because I love, at the time, I love being a freak.
Yeah.
I fucking loved it.
That Thailand gym photo, that's bullish and freaky looking.
Yeah. But you know what? I was fucking miserable. I look back and I felt good when I trained, but the rest of the time I was just peeved. I was peeved at Gabriella. Everything was a hassle.
Right. Did you get annoyed at everyone?
Yeah, like I'm on holiday. Like it's fucking Thailand. It's the best place.
Was it your tolerance of
everything?
Incompetence?
No, everything.
Right.
I was intolerant of everything. Oh, fuck. Now I've got to walk back. Now I've got to get a tuk-tuk back to the hotel. Like, you're in the fucking paradise and you're not one of the locals that are penniless. And you're with your family. Like, everything, it should be just it's a gift. It's a celebration. It should be. And I'm peeved that I've got to walk to the end because I can't find any protein powder.
Yeah.
And that's all gone now, man. Like that fucking, and I didn't realize it was the fucking steroids. It just makes you,
changes your head space.
Yeah, and not necessarily wanting to punch people.
No,
but just from an internal point of just that unease. And the only time it would go would be.
Are you more calmer now? Way more calm than what you were back in the early 2000s.
I just say hello to people now, you know? Like, I was just like, fucking, I would get psyched up in the car. I'd listen to whatever, like, I don't know, metal probably back then, or some NWA or something like that. I'd get psyched up in the car and I would walk, and like, I did not want to speak to the counter staff because they were between me and the workout.
Yes.
I didn't want to speak to, I wouldn't say acknowledge people. because it's leg day or whatever day.
I remember that, Steve Curran. You were there was like an aura around you that you wouldn't dare
it's just fucking
penetrate. You just like let him fucking do his thing. Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, but
motivating, though.
Yeah, but you don't need to be like that.
No,
you don't, because you actually
No, you're not really you're not contributing to society very much.
But I wouldn't. If someone told me back then, I'd be like, no, I just want to. Why would I? I just want to be big.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're right. We're not contributing to anything. So yeah, fuck. But I sometimes think, fuck. I wish I'd opted out earlier, like maybe at 40, like 10 years ago.
Right.
But it is what it is. I'm glad that I'm just lucky that my parents brought me up enough to, when I wasn't actually training, I was polite to people.
Yes.
Because I would have got my head kicked in.
Yes.
If I carried on like that, walking around, especially back in the 90s when there was a lot of heavies at the gym.
Yes.
Wouldn't have worked out well.
But you're on the right track now, Steve.
Yeah, we're on the path. We both are. Like you would never have done all this cardio.
No. I used to train with a guy when I was really young. When I was first competing in New Zealand, and he wouldn't even walk.
Yeah.
50 meters.
Yeah.
He'd drive.
Yeah.
Because he didn't want to lose anything.
No, that's great. I used to have that saying. Don't run when you can walk. Don't walk when you can stand still. Don't stand still where you can sit down.
Right.
To conserve.
Conserve calories.
Yeah. And maybe there's something in it when you're like, I was very skinny.
You were always trying to break away from that skinny kid, though, right?
Yeah. And that, even my behaviour. That's the thing with the steroids I felt like, now I'm going to get what's mine. So that's sort of the vibe where I'm like, now I'm not going to get called skinny. There's completely that small man behaviour.
But you always want what you can't have, or what seems unattainable, right? So like, it applies to everyone. Chicks with blonde hair want to be dark. Chicks with curly hair want to have straight hair. Guys who are skinny want to be bigger. Fat guys want to be losers.
But the thing is, I got there. Like I achieved what I wanted to achieve, which was be a big motherfucker bodybuilder. Competed, won shows, had people stare at me. But it's only in hindsight I realised it wasn't enough. Like it wasn't, because I'm trying to fix self-esteem issues through being a huge bodybuilder.
But did you feel fulfilled at the time?
Yeah, I guess I did. Like at certain times,
you'd arrived, you'd achieved.
Yeah, we talked about it before. When you come out of the water at the beach, when you're in ridiculous shape.
I just discovered that when Steve would walk into the water at the beach back in the day, he would walk down in so that he was neck deep, and then he'd do water resistance.
100 reps. 100 reps of pec deck like that first.
Pec deck, and then
lateral
side lateral raises to get a pump.
100 reps of each
against the pressure of the water.
Yes, I thought everyone did that.
Before walking out.
And you'd get a good pump on.
Before walking out up the beach like a goal.
Out of North Bondi, out of the water. But it's, when it'd be packed.
Like Jason Momoa emerging from the ocean.
Yeah, but better. And you just feel like those times would make it worth it, because you'd feel like a god. You knew everyone was looking at you, and whether it was good or bad.
You didn't have to look at anyone.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, you wouldn't hold anyone's gaze.
No,
just be like staring.
That's right. And it was fucking worth it.
I used to walk out of the water and my abs would be completely flexed.
For sure.
But pretending that I'm relaxed.
Yeah, just nonchalantly.
That's how I am all the time.
Yeah.
Like going.
And the other thing, I think I've told you this as well. On Saturdays when I was working at Telstra, I would train arms on Saturdays, arms and abs on Saturdays. I'd go straight to North Bondi after my workout, so I'd still have my pump on. I'd buy a soft serve. Once a week treat was a soft serve ice cream with a flake on it.
Yes.
And I'd do the walk along the top of North Bondi, along Bondi, the concrete on the top.
Eating your ice cream.
Eating my ice cream. just looking just like a freak, like because you know when you're that hot as well, the veins just come out, and you literally people would turn around, and look at you like that, and when sometimes I'll be with Gab and people say I'm fucking steroids, and I fucking loved it. No one says that to me now.
No,
but Gab would go people.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, they were accurate.
They were right.
Yeah,
that's it. It's I would be so offended. Like I was offended / gratified that they'd said recognise me for being a freak.
Yes.
But at the same time, I would be. Don't you know the work I put in and the nutrition? But which is true. But I'd be half that size. You know, I'd sit around 100 kilos at like under 10% body fat. I'd be probably 85 without steroids. In the same sort of condition,
right?
I reckon. Good 15 kilos less.
Yeah, it's significant.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even at 85, like I'd be sitting at 85 ripped.
Yeah.
And walk around and still.
People would say
the comments, "Oh, you fucking juicer, juice monger."
Yeah.
All that stuff. And I would get offended because you don't understand that I don't, and I've achieved this.
But that's a compliment in a way as well.
Never took it as a compliment.
Really?
I would always want to say you've. I've actually earned this legitimately. It's mine.
Yeah,
but you know,
the steroid users have earned it as well. Like it's a. No, well, look, I think the people that the steroid users that compete at a high level have earned it. But the people, what annoys me is the vast majority of steroid people, steroid users who train like fucking idiots.
Yes.
Eat like idiots,
yes,
and will still put on a bit of mass just by rote of using steroids.
Yes,
and like we talked about before, there's just still shoulders and chest and bad posture, and it's like that real bro sort of look. Like this, and as soon as they come off, it goes, and no posterior chain. Anyway,
imaginary lat syndrome.
Yeah. Imaginary lat. With bad posture, so it's like this,
and big traps. Because that's what.
Because it's funny. It's funny what grows. I think if you just train chest, shoulders and arms, a little bit of back, but mainly just pull downs and stuff, you end up with a weird physique. You end up with just like the shoulder girdle gets bigger.
I can pick a steroid user all the time, instantly. So can you, right?
Well,
overdeveloped. Those muscles.
That's
shoulders, traps, chest.
That's only because that's a steroid user who's not training properly.
Right.
There's guys that train properly and have beautiful physiques and use steroids.
Yes, that's true. Sorry, let me rephrase. You can always pick a
shitty steroid user. Yeah. Even
because they've got massive traps and shoulders and pecs, but they've got nothing from especially from the knee down, but usually from the
waist down, and no posterior chain, no glutes, no hamstrings, no spinal erectors, because they're not deadlifting or squatting.
Some of the Instagram dudes that have massive arms, their arms are bigger than their legs.
Well, it's because they're putting shit in their arms as well.
But it just looks ridiculous. Naked, they must look embarrassingly bad.
Yeah.
Right. That's been episode 40.
Yeah. We've got some guests coming on. We've got Pei, who is an amazing girl. She's a
doctor.
Is she a doctor now?
Yeah. Pretty sure she is.
She's a psychologist.
She's a doctor of psychology.
She's a really cool lady. She's a runner, and she trained with me and Yoram, the late Yoram.
And gymnast, right? Ex-gymnast?
Giannis for a while. Amazing gymnastic dancer.
Acrobat.
Yeah, like what she can do in midair is pretty impressive.
Yes.
So we also got some other guests coming up. So follow us on Instagram at @thepush_podcast.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Right. It is.
Like and share our videos, motherfuckers. And if you'd like to message Kevin about anything,
then send it to Steve.
Yes. All right. This is episode 40. My name's Steve Machine Curran.
Kevin, Big Daddy.
Peace out.